Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So there's a very terrible news that has hit the camp of the Super Eagles, and I'm sure Coach Eriksha is going to be very unhappy with this news, and it's the fact that Benjamin Frederick has now, as it stands right now, he has been ruled out of the African Cup of Nations in December because of a new injury that he picked up while training. I think it was on Friday with his club side, Denda FC of Belgium. So this is very painful, especially now that of course we heard that Coach Eriksha has submitted a list of 55 players that he would be picking out the 30-man squad, from to play the African Cup of Nations. But I think it's still early days. It's still early days, but from the reports that is circulating right now, the expected date for his return is beyond December, beyond January. But I think if any consolation, we just have to be happy with the fact that at least we have Ola Aina, who has returned back from injury and is training with Nottingham Forest, and he could potentially start playing matches very soon. And also hopefully he stays fit and remains fit for the African Cup of Nations. But definitely this match is going to be a huge blow for us, because we know that it's not just about playing in CBs. He's also very talented in different positions, like playing two if we need him to be there. But I'm just going to go on and talk about other stories here, and one is the one concerning Obi Mikel. He has come out now to say that he is ready to take a role in the NFF, or a role in the Super Eagles leadership. So Obi Mikel recently said that he's ready to take up a leadership role in the NFF, but he said that he will only do this on one condition: if the corruption issue is cut out from the federation. That's only when he's going to bring out himself and his experience or expertise, whatever it is that he's bringing to the table. That's when he can bring it, but not with the current corruption that they have been crying for the longest time that it should be stopped. That is what he said right now. It's actually very interesting to see Obi Mikel, for example, being one of the technical committees in the NFF and deciding what goes on, what happens, with the Super Eagles, players to invite, how to scout these players, all these kinds of things. It's going to be very interesting. I think it's actually a welcome development if we start to see some of these players who've done a lot for the country on the pitch also, take up administrative role, for the country, especially if they are qualified. Of course, you can't just come out and take up administrative roles right like that. You have to go to school, you have to get certificates, you have to get recognized, you have to get all the credentials for it to be able to even think of vying for these positions. But we'll see what happens, guys. The next update I have here is the one concerning the likes of John Utaka, who has come out to blast the coach of the Italian side, General Gattuso, because of what he said a few days ago when he criticized FIFA for giving African countries up to 9 slots in the FIFA World Cup 2026. Earlier on, Gattuso came out and criticized that decision from FIFA, and he was saying that it was too much, that Africa do not really contribute a lot to the football, and why should they be given that amount of space, up to 9 space, when we have other continents like for example there are Europe, that of course Italy is in Europe, that need more space. That's part of the things that he said. And of course you guys know that Italy are currently struggling to qualify. They're actually in the playoffs and they may not qualify. Their chances is really slim. So I think part of the frustration of Italy not qualifying through the direct slot was why General Gattuso has come out to criticize why 9 slots will be given to Africa. And mind you, 16 slots was given to European countries, and that was not enough for him. He wants some of the slots removed from the African slot and be given to a European country so that he can qualify Italy. I think that's basically what he's just trying to say, because I mean, why would he want to criticize the slots that was given to Africa? But after he said that, ex Super Eagles striker Utaka came out to criticize him, and this is the word that he used. FIFA is the governing body that decides which country and which country should be at the World Cup. If everyone is complaining, then it must be equal. If you are giving Europe 5, then you give other continents 5 in general, so we make it even. Why will Europe get more than the rest and he is still complaining? It does not add up. Call a spade a spade. If there are 16 teams and you cannot qualify, then it is, but then that is your problem. It is his own perception of how he sees things. I feel he is saying this maybe because of frustration. I understand from that angle, but saying this and that, I disagree. I like him, no hard feelings as a player and coach, but I'm stating facts, and it is all about that. What do you guys think? Do you think 9 slots are too much for the African continent? Or do you think General Gattuso is just desperate and is looking for problem where there's no problem because he has failed to qualify Italy from the direct slot?